All right. So what's up, y'all? Chris One Radio Group. About to drop some facts at 100%, which in turn makes me out to be the hated one. So new to the channel, please by all means hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. People, I just got off the phone with a client. So I think what I need to do is I need to introduce y'all to me and then introduce you to what I do to bring my videos into perspective. And I think I got to insert some type of understanding of who I am and what I do to make my perspective make sense. People, I'm a man that at 7 years old, my dad had me in New York City. My dad at 7 years old had me in New York City and said, Chris, here's this package. It goes to that building. Chris, when you come out, we'll be coming around. And as a little 7-year-old boy, I'm looking at my dad and I'm saying, okay. Now I'm saying okay at 7 years old, but I had no idea what I was doing because my dad, being a grown man, thought that a 7-year-old boy was looking when he was pointing. I knew exactly what building he was pointing at and this and all that. My dad was talking to me at 7 years old like I was a grown man. What my dad didn't realize at 7 years old, every building in New York City is that building. My dad thought that maybe there was a hut, a little tent, a house, and then a building by itself. Every building in New York City, in Manhattan, there are all buildings. So my dad forced me, my brothers and I to think, so I am a thinker. My dad taught me to analyze and think. By the time I was 10 years old, I was buying my own school clothes, okay? I don't have the covetance of parents shielding me from the world and life elements and making decisions for me at 11 and 12 and all that. So now that I'm old as a teenager, I'm trying to quarterback my problems away and not face them at their entirety. So I was raised how to be a man. This is why when I listen to women saying, men aren't this and men aren't, you ain't no man if you don't tell me you was cheating on me. So let me help y'all understand something. A man's responsibility is not to tell you if he was cheating on you or not. A man is rated on how well he takes care of his responsibilities. If you're not married to a man and you have a baby by him, he's not responsible for you and your kid. Because this is what women say. This is my baby, right? Yep. Unless you're married to a man, you and that individual are one, so what you're responsible for, he's responsible for. Those are facts. All that you make a baby and you can't know how to take care of one, listen, a man is measured on how well he take care of his responsibilities. Babies out of wedlock, let's go back in history. Babies out of wedlock was not deemed falling on a man responsibility. You can come up with a narrative to make you feel good, but that's just how it is. So I ended up having a baby. I had a baby with a woman that beat on me, put me in a hospital. I was shocked at how the world believed, with all my greatness, how easy it was for a woman to say, he's this, and this, and they just took their word for it. Even though everything in our past said different. So I spent 11 and a half years fighting to be a father. Now, as I'm fighting to be a father, unfortunately, I interacted with a whole bunch of things that the average person who's married to a woman will never experience. I experienced and went through a lot of ups and downs, and I went through and seen a lot of elements of a woman. And I seen things that other men would say, women be bugging. I'm not classifying it as women be bugging. I'm classifying it as women are stupid. You can go ahead and put narratives with you. I'm not clarifying that. So here's the scenario that I came up with. And that scenario is in my book here, When Dads Cry. And in this book, I said something that I've been saying for years before I wrote this book. Little Sarah is on her way to school. A van pulls up and tries to abduct little Sarah. Little Sarah fights off her abductor. Little Sarah is deemed a hero. She's on Ellen, Steve Harvey, Oprah, Good Morning America, Good Day New York. She's a hero because she fought off her abductor. Fathers go to court all across this land and we fight to be fathers. And the only thing that happens is society look at fathers. You don't look at why and who is making a man fight to be a father. So now what I tell men is don't ever fight to be a father. If a woman say, I don't want you to, walk away. Because here's what I learned. I learned that no good men don't ever hear, I don't want you to be around. Get away from me and my baby. What no good men hear is, why you don't ever come around? You ain't no man. But good fathers, we hear, I don't want, I don't want, I don't want. Atia Bradley showed me this because I fought for 11 and a half years. And then 3 years after I said, I get it, enough, goodbye. The one time I got to see her, she cried and pleaded with me to come see her child. I said, I'll pass. So that leads me to where I am at today. People, do you know that in my 20-year career, I had men pay me to try and hype me up, to tell me, hey man, my kid want to come live with me. Do you know what I told the 600 or so men that tried to feed me that narrative? Paid me a nice sum of money and thought that I was going to agree with that narrative. You know what I told those men? You're being delusional. You're being delusional. You know why I told them they was being delusional? Because you women are nurturers. You're nurturers. Men, when it comes to being nurturers, men can't win that ever. Women are nurturers. It is the time in society, it is a time when estrogen is needed. Now, there's a picture, there's a movie called Boiler Room, and it's the only time I gotta make a reference to that. I'm being nice. I'm being nice. I'm very nice. And in that movie, it's a movie about stockbrokers. And they're saying that when you call a lead and you get a woman, I don't know, they say, hang up the phone, whatever. And they said, why? He said, because we don't pitch the pitch. So what do you mean? We don't pitch to women. Not at all. All right? So there's a term that is out there called, you got a nagging wife. You come home and all your wife does is nag. These are traits of women. Women talk all day. Honey, I was home all day. Honey, we should get a different shade of drapes. And they're like, honey, the guy is like, the drapes are fine. No, they're aqua blue. I want a tangerine blue. I want a taupe blue. And that's what men have to deal with. Estrogen. If I can tell a man, you will never nurture as well as a woman, how come you can't get not one woman to understand you cannot do a man's job anywhere in the arena of a man? How come? People, do you know why I am who I am today? You can go ahead with God, you can go ahead with Jesus all you want. You can go ahead with those dumb public social narratives to make it seem like you're politically correct. I am truly politically correct. I thank Todd Smith for my existence. I don't thank God. You can thank God. I mean, I don't pray to my father. I pray to God, but I thank my dad for every ounce of who I am today. And I thank my mom for allowing my dad to reign being a man on me. I need y'all to follow me because I'm going to show y'all why I'm the hated one. I'm going to show you why you hate me, Nick. I'm laughing at something else. I just did a one-on-one. And I did a one-on-one with a father. Not someone trying to duck child support. I did a one-on-one with a father. And the one thing that I appreciate more than anything is when I hear someone with the undertone of a father, not a person that's trying to kick dirt on a woman, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm listening to him and I'm saying, this is the reason why 45,000 men every year kill themselves, because society is kicking dirt on them and how they are trying to be a father to their children. So allow me. Back in, I think it was 2002 or 2003, I spoke at an event in Times Square. And I said, women are dumb. When I said that, I heard guns cocking. I said, who the? I heard, who the? No, he didn't. But you see, Chuck D from Public Enemy taught me something in the song Rebel Without a Pause. And he said, you know, the rhythm, the rhyme is Comedina's design so I can enter your mind. Bring the noise, my time. Step aside for the flex. Terminator X. Now, what Chuck said in that lyric was, the rhythm, the rhyme is Comedina's design so I can enter your mind. What he said was, if I sat you down and told you what I just said in this rap, you wouldn't listen to it. But once I put a beat to it, now you're listening to it. Let me tell you what I learned from that song, Rebel Without a Pause. Go left for a second. Please allow me. When Chuck said, hard, no, Flav said, hard. Chuck said, that's my calling card. Recorded and ordered, I'm a supporter of Chesimar, loud and proud, kicking live, master poet supreme, super troop, bazooka, the scheme. So I said, well, who the hell is Chesimar? I had no idea who Joanne Chesimar was at 16 years old, but I learned about her in a rap song. I need y'all to follow me. So I learned from that song, when you get the podium, get their attention. Say something to get attention. So when I was speaking at that event in Times Square, I said, women are just dumb. And then it was, but people, I'm going to show you something. What I did was, I take my Simply Made lemonade, hold on. Let me tell y'all what I do. I take honey and I put it inside this and I shake it up. And you know why I go through these? I go through about 40, I go through about, this lasts with me about 4 days, because honey has nutrients from a lot of different plants. Do you know that honey from every different parts of the world, there's no two exact same honeys? Do you know that if you want to build your tolerance up to your neighborhood, get locally made honey? Because the bees in your area pollinate the plants and all that, and then they make honey based on where you are. So there are no two same honey, but it has a lot of nutrients. Now, I'm not just going to chug back some honey. So what I do is I fortify my juice with 30 grams of fiber and honey. I'm sitting down here drinking it this morning. I just worked out, just did a one-on-one. Now I'm putting nutrients in my body. I need y'all to follow me. If you didn't get what I was trying to say out of that, the natural nutrients in honey. When I tell a woman that you are stupid, naturally, they get offended. Women get offended. But do you know that that is a defense mechanism for life? Did you know that? Let me tell you something. If you ask 10 women, will you ever have a baby again, that want to or whatever, that had one already, they would say, if they say no, it'd be, no, I done had all my babies, no, I'm too old. In the 500 or 600 women that I asked this in my 20-year career, not one woman, not one, said I would not have another child because it hurts. But if you ask a woman, hey, does having a child hurt? Hell yeah. They have to give me Dumerol. They have to give me Excedrin super duper. Man, this hurt. God damn, this shit hurt. But why won't you have another baby? Because it hurt. You know why? That's how God designed women. God designed women, I'm going to just say stupid. God designed women to be stupid, to see to it that for the sake of the continuity of our species. You want another example? Some hikers are walking in the woods. They see a mother and her cub. They never addressed, they never went far towards her, but that mother says, I know they ain't doing nothing to my cub. I know they ain't messing with me, but Dad, I'm gonna get them mugs. And now they running, and the bear is coming after them. Why? They didn't do anything. But that bear, that mother, is designed to not be smart enough to rationalize. The bear just thinks, you trying to do something to my cub, and that mother bear is coming after them. That's part of a defense mechanism for life. Now, when I broke that down, after I said what I said, I had women coming up to me crying. I had women coming up to me saying, one woman said, oh my God, I've never heard nobody break that down like that before. I have a magazine. I want you to be on my magazine. I want you to do an article in my magazine. I had individuals saying, wow. Last perspective. There was a fire in Staten Island, New York. And they found the father in the room, and they found the mother draped over the children. Why was the mother draped over the children? Died of smoke inhalation, but why was the mother shielding her children from the fire? Did she think her back was fireproof? Of course she did. It was stupid to do that. But that's what mothers do. And mothers do that because God designed women to not be rational for the sake of the children. The term in life says self-preservation is the first rule of life. That analogy exists in every other perspective except when a woman has to protect her children. I need y'all to follow me. My former co-host, Joy Green, and I'm going to start getting some of her sound bites and start playing them into a lot of my things because she dropped a lot of stuff. I have a YouTube channel with her material on it. I got to just find where it's at. But nonetheless, my former co-host, Joy Green, said something. She said, ratchet behavior was a characteristic that women have that was the last line of defense if the threat got past the man. Ratchet behavior. Y'all, I know y'all hate me. I know y'all don't like the words I'm using here today. You gonna hate, nigga. But I said, wow. Ratchet behavior was a behavior that was the last line of defense if the threat got past the man. Talking about from the children. People, do you know why Western men are becoming feminized? Because that's what the women want. It is trash to see a booty out nigga. It's just trash. It's trash to see a man all draped in pink. You can say, look, oh no, my man look good in pink. No, that's feminine, boo. Boo. No, that's feminine. You can say, oh, skinny jeans, and say, no, you gay, dog. You gay. You gay. You gay. Just go ahead in a minute. You see all these idiots with purple and pink and rainbow hair. You gay, dog. You gay. If you look back in the 80s, individuals that wore rainbow was Elton John, Boy George, and George Michael. Now rappers claiming that I'm a hard man. No, bro. No. You gay. Yeah, you gay. Yeah. You like the stroll pole. I'm sorry, I went left for a second. What's smart? Excuse me. What's smart about saying? What's smart about saying? I don't want my children's father to have anything to do with them. Please leave your comments below. What's smart about that? What's smart about that? People, do you know why I deliver my content the way I do? Why I'm not going to be popular? Why I'm not going to ever have thousands of followers? Why? You know why? Because I'm the hated one. But you know why? Because I'm an introvert. I don't do things based on a social perspective. I am the way you should be. You could say I'm not. You could say, oh, I ain't supposed to be like that. People, truth is my religion. It's truth. You can say, oh, that's not nice and everything. Listen. Find another perspective that's deemed worthy of putting a different narrative on a little girl fighting off her abductor and a man fighting to be a father. Find another narrative. It doesn't exist. Stop. It doesn't exist. But it's easy because the world says, well, he's fighting to be a father. You see, what I'm not going to do is, once again, I'm not going to allow someone to tell me I'm making him fight to be a father because he didn't feed. My daughter said she was hungry when he dropped her off, so he don't feed her. So stop. I'm gonna let y'all listen to something. There's a lot of material by Sister Shalakimi the Prophet, and what it gets down to, people. I know why I'm here. I was talking to my woman yesterday, and I was telling her that I need to get back to where I'm supposed to be. When I fought for 11 and a half years to be a father, it took everything. It took my life. But it's not in vain. I got this book, When Dads Cry. My book, Child Support Don't Do's, is getting put together now. Then the When Dads Cry Part 3. Oh, When Dads Cry Part 2, Child Support Don't Do's is getting put together. Then when Dads Cry Part 3, Family Court is Family's Graveyard. Books is getting put together. But I want to let y'all listen to something. Because when I listen to women that want to tell me that Atia LaShawn Bradley is a one-off, I can't believe that, because I have dealt with thousands of men on the same receiving, under the same treatment conditions, and they were great fathers. I was a great father. But I want y'all to listen to this.
Baby. Like, I literally purposely leave her by guys' houses because I know they're going to sexually touch on her. And, like, even if I'm not there, I know that she's suffering. So, like, I literally be leaving her by all type of guys' houses, pedophiles, molesters. If I know they're a pedophile, my daughter's sleeping over there. Bro. Okay, so literally, my daughter, I remember the first time she called me mom, and I had spit in her face. And I said, she just said, she's a dirty little piece of shit.
People, do you know why that woman made that video? Because every other culture knows that a woman is at her strongest when she's anchored with a man. But the reason why that woman made that video is because she knew that is what she had, an audience of individuals. If you think that's her one-off, you go ahead and think that. But I'm putting that in parallels to the reason why Atia LaShawn Bradley put her daughter in a situation of not having a father is because there's a whole bunch of narratives going on. I done read reports about how women are jealous of their daughters, how women don't want their daughters to have a relationship with their father because the father loves the daughter and don't love them. I done read about that. People, I'm gonna tell y'all something. When I speak, pull your pen and your pad out and be a damn student. Don't ever think you can question anything that I say. Anything. If you like rap music, you probably engage and indulge in beats. If you like to party, you probably like to do new moves on how to twerk your ass. Me, this family thing, my love for family, my love for structure, family structure and everything, that's my arena. I do not speak just because I want to hear myself sound good. That's why I'm the hated one. I got to call Chris Mon to come here and... But I listen to individuals and I educate myself on what I love so dearly. I love Black women. But when I do these one-on-ones, it's unfortunate that I am so I am exposed to the bad side of women. It's just impossible for fathers to be going through the things that they go through. It's impossible. It's impossible for a Tia Bradley to even have friends. But my own mother don't like me because of I speak facts. Now, what you never heard me call a woman is the B word. What I do is I drop facts. And I drop them as cold as you can drop them, as cold as they can be to get your attention. But you learn something from what I say. And what you can't say is, he's a liar. People, I done over 20,000 videos. I done spoke on many forums. I wrote books. I have never once been called a liar. Never. I've never been called a liar. People, I told y'all earlier, the truth is my religion. The truth being my religion means that I'm truthful. I don't care about hurting somebody's feelings. People, I'm going to end it with this. We all go to school so that we can have a better life. Men, you do not go to school to learn how to 20 different women. Women, you do not go to school to learn how to teach a man how to not to have a relationship with their child or children. When you decide that it is in the best interest of your child to be fathered by the system, which is the next video, then you are exposing yourself to some harsh times ahead. I am not, under no circumstances, going to refinance this house for a higher interest rate. I'm not going to do that. You know, there's no way you're going to sit me down there's no way you're going to sit me down and have me say, okay, right now I got a 3.25, I got a 3.25. So you're saying I can get a 5%? Where the paperwork at? It's just no way. To entice me to refinance, I'm getting offers to refinance at a lower interest rate. It's a reason for that. It's a better situation. If you are out there under the perspective of my children don't need a father, my children don't need, and dig this, there is under no situation, if you're married and you're divorced, you've done everything right. Any other circumstance other than that, you can save the story for your uncle. Go tell your Uncle Betty your narrative. It's not right. I had a baby, I wasn't married. That's not right. But then I realized something. I was trying to impose a wifey perspective to a woman that was beating on me. That was wrong. This is why I now tell people, don't treat a wife like a girlfriend. Don't treat a girlfriend like a wife. Don't treat somebody you're dating like someone you're going steady with. Don't treat somebody you're going steady with like somebody you're dating. Keep everything in a proper perspective. If you look back on all the things that you did, wrong exists in a lot of things. And when you hear the truth, you become the hated one.